Hi all. So Tanu, I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah.
Welcome, ma'am, once again.
Thank you so much. So first of all, I would like to introduce that I am Masters in Physiotherapy in Neurology. But what I just thought is to just add up to my like qualification and all. So what I did is I did a certification in ergonomics, and I did one more course was like sleep specialist. So maybe not, I will not discuss more about sleep and all in this. So if you people are more connected in our talks further, so we can talk more about sleep also, how it is just getting affected these days. So because the topic today is cervicogenic headache, and how we can manage it ergonomically and how we can manage with the exercises and all. So let me just take you through the presentation first. Uh, Let me just share it, okay? Tanu, is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. So if I would like to just keep it as an interactive session. So if someone can unmute and tell me that what is this first line? What it is just showing. If someone can help me out in this.
Can I call the name of any participant? That will be better. Right, ma'am?
Yeah, you can just call their name though, so that I will be able to just yeah, call.
So, Miss Harmeet Kaur, please unmute you. Miss Harmeet Kaur. Mr. Pawan.
भारत की तरफ के बीच रक्षा मंत्री राजनाथ सिंह का बड़ा बयान देश की रक्षा के लिए भारतीय सेना पूरी तरह से तैयार है सीमा
Mr. Pawan.
So anyone?
Yes.
Yeah, tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me. Who is this? If you can just tell me your name.
Myself, Aarti.
Okay, Aarti. Yeah, tell me.
Yes,
If you can
ma'am. What
just.
I see,
Mhm.
yes, what I see in this picture, I just understand कि this is the stage of human कि अर्ली जो आदि मानव काल के नहीं थे कि पहले कैसे थे, देन वो धीरे धीरे स्टैंड होके फिर एक ह्यूमन में आए, देन वो लास्ट में हमारे ओल्ड स्टेज पे आ जाते हैं. तो आई जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट दिस पिक्चर कि मुझे बस इतना ही समझ आ रहा है.
Okay.
Can I speak? Can I speak?
Yeah, sure.
I'm Santosh Mehta.
Okay,
This is actually the postural defect.
right.
It's this slide is showing postural defect. How we start bending slowly, and after that we get this deformity.
Yeah, so very correct. So, so what I can just say is we were
Very
actually,
slowly.
pardon?
It starts very slowly. We don't even realize that we are doing this.
Yeah, correct. So God helped us actually to be in an erect posture. But what happened is because of that sedentary lifestyle and the stress levels which we are into, so we are actually going into the first stage. The
Yeah.
first stage which you can just see in the picture, right?
Mm.
Right? So
Yes.
yeah. So what I can just do is I can go to the other slide. So why we are talking about ergonomics and all, I will just take you through that. So what is ergonomics? So ergonomics is more related to posture, because it's like the lifestyle which we are carrying these days. We don't know how to manage our tasks, what all tools we should use, how we should just work on our workstation, what kind of an environment we should just carry on for working, right? So we are just working like anything, right? So we should actually know that how to deal with this thing. So just imagine a very simple task. I think girls can just they can understand this thing if you are into a kitchen, right? So you are the workstation is your slab where you are working. The environment is how the light and how the air which is passing, the air quality is there towards you. And the tool, like if you, the task is basically to cut anything, yeah, to chop anything, and the tool which you are using, a knife. So just imagine you have to cut lot of things, you have to cut lot of things, and you have to prepare a food for a party, right? So it becomes very difficult because your neck goes in lot of strain, you are bending too much, right? And you are not able to do that task much at that time because you feel that yes, your neck is just going in a bad posture, right? So what we can just do is how we can modify that task. What I can just say is when you are just standing, right? So you should just place a mat below your feet because you have to have a prolonged standing. So your feet will be in a comfortable position to stand, because if you are directly standing on a floor, so you will feel pain in your feet. And if you are using a chopper kind of a device for doing that task, so then you will be able to do that task very quickly. Correct? Am I with everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a very light example. So this is what I can just say is this is with the office ergonomics. If we are into office, this is like to be practiced if we are at home. This is to be practiced if we are riding a bicycle or we are driving a car. We have to follow this ergonomic in each and every situation, in each and every environment we are into. Uh, So there is like a research work which was done. So I will just tell you a brief about it. So one of the doctor in Innsbruck Apollo Hospital, he researched on this. One of the there was a Times of India article, and one of the Padma Shri awardee IMA president was there. So they all just saw that this kind of a prolonged sitting or prolonged standing with neck bending, back bending is causing a lot of cervicogenic headache issues and neck pains, which are just radiating not only to your head, they are just radiating to your arms. The gripping is just going off. You're not able to concentrate on your activities because what happens is the cervicogenic headache is not only to be concentrated physically. So basically what happens is it takes you down cognitively also, wherein your mental stresses also just take a toll on you. And wherever you are working, so that organization should also be good so that you are able to cope up with your work. So organization is not only uh, the workplace you are working. Organization is basically your home also, I should just say, right? Goal of this program which I want to just take in this session is we should just plan our activities in this manner that the accident levels, the injury levels, the pulls, the strains you feel in should be reduced. So I will just guide you in my further slides that how you should modify the things in your lifestyle and how we can just reduce the cost of this sickness, because then we have to visit a physical therapist or an ergonomist or an orthopedician when you feel these kind of headaches, your neck pains and back pains, right? And obviously our performance also deteriorates in that case. So we should just follow and we should just work because everyone is working, right? Because everyone is earning and everyone has to work for their breads, right? But if we can just manage our work in a smart manner, so that is good. So let me just take you across some kind of a pre-test, and I would like someone to unmute if they can just tell me what is MSD and RSI, then I can elaborate. Hello. Uh, Tanu?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Yeah. So if anyone can just elaborate this term for me, if some physical therapist or occupational therapist, because they might be knowing about this like this term.
Is there any OT or PT? Please try to make this session interactive so that we can discuss more and clear all your doubts.
You will gain more if you will just try to be an interactive person, because there are lot many learnings which we can do, and we should just keep it interactive, so that because there are so many things around us, we should actually not stop growing. So just back up yourself and just speak out something. If you are wrong, so then it can be modified also, that can be corrected.
Can I speak up, Dr. Snigdha?
Hello. Hi, this is Harmeet. Can I speak?
Yeah, Harmeet, tell me.
I'm an occupational therapist and I'm practicing in pediatrics from last 8 years. So orthopedics has not been in my touch, but then since ergonomics and all was there in our curriculum, so I think it is with respect to the overuse injuries, the strainous injuries, or maybe something like carpal tunnel syndromes, which happen due to the overusage of tendons and repetitive movements. So RSI is, I think, with respect to that, and some musculoskeletal disorders which are developed due to these overusage, I think it is referring to that.
Yeah, very true. Correct. Some one more person wants to just, I think, Dr. Vinita, you wanted to speak something, because I think there was one more person to speak.
I wanted to tell there was no one, that's why I thought to, but she cleared it very well.
Yeah, she cleared it well. Yeah. So, so MSD is musculoskeletal disorder, right, Harmeet? And RSI is repetitive strain injury, right? So I will just take you across that. What are the symptoms and signs of this MSD? And
Uncle को चाय बनी.
Pardon?
आप भी पियोगे?
Mute your mic. I think some participants might.
Hello, there is some disturbance. If
Actually, somebody's mic was unmuted.
Dr. Vinita, if you can like mute yourself, I think.
Muted already.
Okay. Yeah. So what I can just say is, I will just take you across the symptoms and signs of this musculoskeletal disorders and ergonomic stress areas, which are the areas which gets affected when we are into these kind of conditions, right? MSD and RSI, and domains of ergonomics, and how you should evaluate your posture. So posture is like, no, like I can just say that 50% of us know that what is the right posture and what is the right workplace, how to modify a workplace so that we don't have these kind of conditions. So let me just tell you some common causes of this MSD and RSI. So if we are performing any task which is a repetitive kind of a task, or we are doing it in a prolonged manner, even a prolonged sitting can cause you musculoskeletal disorders. And repetitive is like you are just doing again and again every kind of activity. So that is creating a pressure on your muscle, tendons, bones, everywhere you are just getting stressed out, right? So we have to modify our task in that way. That I will just take a few slides that how to you need to modify your task. And if you are performing the task, you should never opt for an awkward postures. We should just see that how the posture should be changed or managed so that we don't have those kind of an issues. And definitely as you can just understand, if we are vibrating, like if we are just drilling something, so the workers who are creating a hole in a wall, so they have a very regular kind of vibration work in the walls or wherever they are drilling, so they also just get those kind of injuries. So that can be managed, that can be modified, that can be with the breaks and all. And obviously temperatures, high and low temperatures also are the main factors which affects your body. So that we should also manage while working anywhere, either at home, either at your workplace, anywhere. And obviously the exertions which we put in for any activity, that we have to see that how we should just perform that activity. So there is like what I would just in my first slide. So you must have seen that human evolution. So the topic was ergonomics for 21st century. But I just thought that I should just keep the slide in between, that you should just you should just get an idea that how much old is this ergonomic part. It's like 1700 of that year, the scientists started discovering these kind of movements in different kind of workers, not only clerks, cobblers, or tailors, or porters. Everyone in this everyone in this world is just having different kind of causes they can be affected with this ergonomically. I think, what about the posture? I think everyone knows about posture, that if you are keeping your posture erect and if you are managing your body well, so body will actually thank you every time, thank you. And if you are just training your body, it will just say bye bye. So what happens is that if you are practicing a good posture, so you will have a confidence which is actually required in doing any kind of task, and obviously your productivity will also increase, and definitely the pain, the stress levels, the whatever, like the stress areas will be reduced. So so these are some kind of an ergonomic stress areas. What I can just show you is so I think we are only aware that I think Tanu, if I can just ask someone to tell about this thing.
Who wanted to volunteer, please come forward. Anyone? Anyone? We are waiting for volunteer.
What we are required to tell about?
So you need to tell that, so these are basically the areas, right? So
Yeah,
how many
yeah.
you are aware that how eyes are getting strained? So just tell me, these are all the ergonomic stress areas, right? So
Yeah,
how many
like
people you know that all these areas are affected?
yeah, like neck. We are always on the phone. We are bending our head down and working on the phone. So our head is say 5 kg of weight.
Correct.
We are tilting it the whole day, so it strains our neck.
Okay. Yeah.
Shoulder also we are straining because we are not keeping the posture right, so our shoulders become rounded.
Yeah.
Elbows, likewise, elbow, wrist, hand. Suppose I'm working on computer and my keyboard is not on the right say right height, so I'll be working like
Right,
this, so my
right.
wrist will get affected.
Yeah.
My elbow will get affected, so it has to be on the right height according to my posture, according to my chair I'm sitting on.
Yeah, correct.
The hip will also get affected if I'm bending forward.
Yeah.
Knees will get affected if my feet are not on the floor.
Right.
Back will also be affected if I'm not sitting properly. Spine will be affected if I'm not sitting properly. If there's a curve in the spine, I have to keep my stomach tucked inside. That my spine is in the right alignment. Right alignment.
What about eyes?
Eyes should be straight on the screen. If I'm above my computer screen, I have to my eyes will be at a say some angle, so it will strain my eyes.
So what is the major factor like at that time, so which will affect your eyes?
My posture and my height of my chair and my desktop.
Okay.
And
Yes.
and number two, if I'm not I'm staring मतलब मैं अपनी आईज को बार बार झपक नहीं रही हूँ, straight मैं उसको देख ही जा रही हूँ, continuously I'm staring at the computer screen. That will also affect my eyes.
Right.
So I have to, if I have to see 20 for 5 minutes on the screen, I have to see 5 minutes other side also.
Fine. So let me just take you across this in our like further slides about these stress areas and how it can be modified, right? So
Yes.
these are the health issues which are associated with poor ergonomics if we are not following the posture. So there are like work-related upper limb disorders which you will feel in, the back injuries, the neck injuries, and the stress levels which you will feel, the headaches, and you will be anxious and you will be depressed also if your posture is not right. So what all symptoms will be there when you have these kind of musculoskeletal disorders? You will feel muscle pain, and that can be a ache also, the second degree, and burning kind of a sensation, numbness, stiffness, and tingling which you will feel in when you have these kind of problems. The signs, you are not able to do the range of motion because your range of motion is restricted. You are not able to move your wrist if you have pain because of this ergonomic pattern which you are following, a bad ergonomic pattern if you are following. And the function, you are not able to grip anything, and you will have a deformity also if you are restricted into a one posture and you are performing any activity. The spine will just say goodbye and the cramping will be there obviously if you are sustaining a posture for a long, and the loss of coloration definitely will be there, and grip strength because there is a loss of function, so grip strength will also be accompanied with this. So obviously the balance is for whole body. If you have musculoskeletal disorders, so there will be loss of balance which you will feel, and swelling and redness. So if we come across main domains of ergonomics, so there are like three kinds of. So we are only aware, maybe we are only aware about the physical ergonomics. I want to just talk about two more ergonomics in this, that is cognitive and organizational ergonomics. So first, in this we can only see that yes, we have back pain, neck pain, wrist injuries and all. So what we can just say is, if we are not managing our lifestyle properly, if we are having a poor physical fitness, if we are not eating the right food, we are not drinking water, we are not managing the health habits quite good, and we are not relaxing. So obviously that caused to a physical, what you can just say, physical problems in your body. So we need to modify our lifestyle. So when we have to approach, when you have these kind of physical problems, so you should approach in the stage one only to a supervisor or a rehabilitation coordinator. When you just feel like there is pain and you are tired of doing some work, and yes, the symptoms, what I have mentioned in the previous slides, that are just going away with rest, you should just manage initially only. And we should not take it till the second and third level, because in that you will not be able to do your work, and you will not be able to your sleep will be disturbed too much. And second is like the cognitive ergonomics. Tanu, I'm audible? Hello?
Yes. Hello. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are audible.
Oh, okay. So what is cognitive ergonomics? So we are actually confused in any kind of activity when we are doing, either in organization, either at our home and all, that we should do or we should not do. Should we take this decision? Should we not take this decision? We are always confused in that way. So we should be in the situation wherein we will be able to fit in our cognitive levels in our work. And now I'm entering into the major part, that is an organizational ergonomics, wherein we have to just see the task which we are performing, the products we are taking, the jobs we are doing. So let me just take you across that what is the importance of right workplace with right posture. Now just coming on to office ergonomics, I think one of our audience just told about this thing. So I will just take you across this quickly, that why I have just kept this as a office of horrors. So right, I will just tell you with quickly with every section of it, that the cactus is being placed. So cactus is actually creating a very hot and dry environment, right? So that can be a factor for muscle pain and muscle fatigueness. And obviously, if the light is not proper, so that will cause a eye strain. You have to bend, you have to slouch much towards your PC. And if your mouse is too far from your PC or the keyboard, so then your like you will be strained, your arm will be strained, your shoulder will be strained. And the feet should never be on the floor, it should be on a footrest so that it is not hanging always. And the cushion towards your thigh should not be pressing your knee too much. No, so it will lead to much more injuries if it is getting pressed up. And the back is not supported in this picture, so back should be supported. The keyboard should be at an angle wherein like your wrist is resting properly and you are able to work properly. And obviously you can just see that there is a lot of neck rotation which is there. So we should just manage with the right erect posture, and the monitor should be positioned which is just with the right manner to you. So now you can just now you can just see here that what all things. So in this picture, I just want to add one thing, that other things you will be able to imagine that how this person is sitting, everything is just modified well. One thing I should just add up is the reference material which is being shown in this picture. So you can keep a document holder which is just in the straight level of your eye, and the person can just read that document and he can just type the things which he wants to type through his keyboard towards the computer. So coming on to this is like a normal sitting posture I just wanted to talk about. So this was the office part, and if we come on to a normal posture, so why we are just talking that why this sitting is a smoking, because what happens is you can just see this X-ray kind of a picture. The smoking, what it does is it hampers your chest. You are not able to, your lungs are just affected. So what this sitting, bad sitting is just doing is, it is just affecting your neck and back in that way, that manner only. So let's just come on to a right posture when you are not in front of any PC or so. So either you are an audience, you don't have anything in front of you, your head should be straight, your back should be straight at 90 degree, and thigh should be parallel to the floor because you don't have any footrest always when you are sitting outside as an audience, and wherever you are sitting, where you don't have much more other than chairs. Knees and thighs at same level. So this is the right posture which helps us to sit in and to have less pains. Let me just take you towards one quick video. I will just share this. So here what I want to just tell is, so whenever you are just sitting, so at home also, there should be something which you can just keep at the base of your laptops, either sofa, either beds and all, and you should just place a pillow, right, at the back of you. See, the pillow is being placed in this video so that you are erect, and a book kind of a stable thing kind of can be placed under your laptop so that your neck and back is not strained much. Same as with the table, you need to take breaks in between. That is much required after every hour as people go for a corporate jobs, and you should just do some exercises, some stretching for your back and neck. Let me just come on to the standing position. Like there are some kind of jobs, what I can just say, there are some kind of jobs in corporates which require standing also. And maybe you are aware some other jobs which require standing apart from corporate ones. So what we need to do is while standing, we need to maintain an erect posture of back and neck. We should have the shoulders in line and that should be relaxed. And the equipment should be in front of you properly with arms should be in the straight level of your body and elbows should be at the 90 to 100 degree. And obviously the feet should be on the floor, resting on the floor properly. And you should just bear the weight of your upper body on your hip bones. That is very much required. And the wrist should be in the neutral position, not more than 15 degrees. Your wrist should move. Let me just come on to the other videos. So that is actually very much required, as Dr. Vinita mentioned, that how our like work has increased. So I will be just taking you across a video wherein I will just tell you that how we are just doing extra work in our areas at our home. Wait, I'm just sharing it. Yeah. So this is one more video, but we don't have any domestic helps these days, so how we should manage. So first picture is like wetting and wet sweeping and vacuuming. We should just do big things and we should put our legs under less pressure. While managing in the kitchen, our slab should be in a good height, and we should do mild neck stretches at that time. Washing dishes, if you can, if you have a shelf in front of you, you can open the door and keep your leg for rest. You should just use a big stick broom, which helps you. And if you have a front loading washing machine, just squat while just washing those clothes. If you have an iron box, in that case also, you should just stand straight and avoid bending too much.
Ma'am, we cannot see your videos.
Yeah, anyone?
Ma'am, we are not able to see your videos.
Oh, you are not able to see my any of the videos?
No, yes, ma'am.
Oh God, I just spoke about 2 videos.
Yeah, we are not able to see that. We
Okay.
can only see the folder, but we are not able to see the videos.
Achha, just wait then.
Yeah, sure.
Tanu, able to?
Yes, now we can able to see.
Yeah, oh God, I just spoke for 2 videos.
Yeah. I was talking, I was telling you, but I think you were talking at that time, so you can't hear my voice. Now
So
we can
I
see it.
think you all might be able to see that when we are sitting on a sofa and couches or beds, how you need to modify your back. You should just place a pillow behind you. Oh, sorry. Laptop screen at eye level. We have kept some book or so. And same as with the sofa or the couch, we can place a pillow behind. We can keep anything under the laptop. So now this next step is how you should change some kind of a pattern in yourself. You should take breaks in between of any of the activity which you are performing in every 1 hour. And the last tip, which I can just say, is do some stretching exercises which helps your body too much. So I think you must, yeah. So this slide was clear to everyone, right, Tanu?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
yeah. Let me just come on to the other video. Yeah. So this is a kind of a domestic help which we don't have in this time of COVID, as our life is just getting strained up all because of this. We are doing extra work. So we should have long sticks for brooming. We should have long sticks for mopping. and our neck should not be strained up. In kitchen also, we should have an appropriate height of the slab. We should do mild stretches, side flexing and everything. While washing the dish, you should just open the almirah below your like wash basin, and then you should keep 1 foot feet there. And the correct you should use a big sink. And for washing clothes also, you should have a fat position. And same as with the iron box, not to bend much. So this was all for that, what I can just say, domestic helps and the organizational and everything. So now I think we all are just sitting right now in home. So we should have a very comfortable and efficient environment when we are at home, so that our body is good. So let's just come on to kitchen. I think girls can understand. As I mentioned, that there should be a mat to stand if you are just prolonged standing, like for in a kitchen for an activity. The other things what we can just do is, if we are having a microwave oven, so that should be at a chest height, not too low, not too high, so that our neck doesn't get strained up much. And again, for a refrigerator, I think you might be aware about Hire Company. They are just building up the refrigerators, which have those frizzers which are bottom mounted, because we don't need that frizzers much. We need that refrigerator to operate much, so that our neck and back are not much strained. So the second is the living room. How the living room should be designed up. The furniture should be easy to move, not very heavy to move, right? And we should avoid the couches which are very low, because if we have a very low couches, so we will be strained. And if we are not having a proper lumbar support, because there are some kind of furnitures which do not have a back support, so that will be a big issue, right? And and when we are watching the television, so our neck should not be what I can just say, the television should not be mounted so high on your wall, so that your neck is not getting an upward tilt. We should just avoid that. And when eating in front of a television, the food should not be lying very low to us, or not very up to our levels. It should be equal to our level, so that we can just reach to that food. Coming on to the bedroom, so how the bedroom is, so I can just say it plays a major role, because we have to sleep for 7 to 8 hours, right? And that is a good, what I can just say, that is a required sleep. These hours are actually required when you sleep. So your cervical pillow should be there, which supports your natural curve of your neck, and the products which we are using, the mattress and the neck, that should be for mattress and the pillow, that should be good. And while reading or watching television, everything should be in a manner so your neck is not strained. In fact, if we come onto a bathroom also, so we should have a floor mat, so we don't get more slips in the washroom, so that we are able to wipe. No, though, if you don't have any floor mats, you might slip because your feet are not dried up, right? And we should have a hand bar, so that if we are getting any slip, if we are getting any kind of slip or hip injury, or what I can just say, a knee injury because of slipping, so that can be a what we have to do is, we have to again reach to a rehabilitation expert for that. And obviously the bathroom sinks should be at the level, so that your neck and back are not much strained, and the shower head should not be low. So this is the other part, that is the driving ergonomics. So the driving ergonomics is basically, it's not always that we should be driving a car in whatever position we want to. We should avoid leaning forward at that time, and we should just position the car seat comfortably and not too much stretching of any of the part of the body. And make sure every time that your head and the roof of the car are not very much in touch together. We should avoid that. And riding a bicycle, I think this picture, just let me just do it, a big one. So there are some kind of an angles which we should just maintain while riding a bicycle. So this is like a shoulder angle 150 to 160 degree, hip angle 60 to 110 degree, knee angle 65 to 145 degree, and the ankle range should be 115 to 180 degree, and elbow angle should be 160 to 170 degree. So this is like need of the hour, that we should just manage our activities in a right manner, so that we are not strained. So while performing any activity, this is a kind of a checklist we should just check. So I will just tell you, take you across some technology innovations for improving posture. There's one kind of an innovation which is done from one of the companies, which is to correct your posture in 2 weeks. So you can wear it on your clothes. You can wear it directly on your skin at mic level, and it has a mobile app which is connected with magnetic glass, and it is connected anywhere like internet. So let me just come on to this other slide. So it basically vibrates. This Strax vibrates and it alerts you when you are getting into a bad posture while sitting or standing. So what it do is it corrects, it tracks your posture, it manages, it trains, and it tracks. So everything activity tracking basically, posture tracking and activity tracking both. So and it is quite different from the belts which we wear for managing our posture. So you can just see it's lightweight, easy to wear, and anyone can just wear it. And bad posture reminder is also there in this, and posture tracking and training. So these are some kind of feedbacks which the users have just shared. So they were happy with this kind of a device. So as we were like talking about this ergonomics, so what we can just do is we should modify our task. What we should have as a takeaway points in this. The takeaway points are like that. We should alternate the activities which we are into. Hello. Hello.
Ma'am, somebody's mic is unmuted. Wait.
Okay.
Just,
No worries.
Mr. Naresh, please unmute your mic. Wait. Done, ma'am.
Okay, so you should alternate the activities. Heavy and light activities should be alternated together, and we should reassess if we are having some alternative methods. If we are into a bad pain, we should reassess and we should find an alternative method to perform that activity. We should avoid the repetition, prolonged activities. Also, we should just take breaks in between and avoid pinching too much in any kind of an activity. We should just uh, work on that and take frequent breaks, as I just showed you in the video, last video. Let me just come on to the facilities when you are working at any place, basically at your home or at any like the workplace, any industry if you are working in. So there are some kind of an environmental settings. The light, the temperature should be of good quality, and the air should be of a good quality, and the lightning which we are getting, that should be good, because your eyes get strained and your body just get into a strain when we don't have good light. And obviously if we have a very cool temperature around us, so that can also give you very bad kind of cramps and everything. And obviously hot and humid kind of a temperature also give you certain kind of problems. Let me just come across to some corrective exercises as a management. Uh, so I think everyone can just practice. These are very simple exercises. So what you need to do is you have to do an eye palming, as you can just see in the picture that the person is just sitting in the end of his table, and that person is bracing his elbow on the edge of the desk, and the weight is just getting in the forward direction, and he's just cupping those hands over the eyes and closing those eyes, and he's just inhaling slowly through nose and holding that breath for 4 seconds, and that deep breathing is sustained, and that is sustained till 15 to 30 seconds. The second exercise is eye movement. This is again a very simple exercise that close your eyes slowly, and then you have to just see by closing your eyes, you have to see at the top and at the down, and you have to repeat it 3 times again. When your eyes are closed, just see on the left and right position. Just practice it. So these are very effective exercises, what I can just say. Again, this is again a very simple exercise. Neck stretches. These are the side flexors stretching, what I can just say. This is, you have to just tilt your ear towards shoulder, reach up and touch off head with palm to hold in the tilted position. And this again, you have to hold it for 5-10 seconds. Repeat it just for 2-3 times so that you don't feel much overstretched. And just you can do it for left and right both. So this is like the pec corner stretch. So this is again a very simple exercise for pectoralis, that you have to just stand in the corner of your room and you have to keep your feet in the front, one leg in the front manner, and then you have to keep your arms like this as shown in the picture, and you have to stretch your chest and you have to protrude your body in front, so that you feel that good stretch, and the abdominal should be tight so that you feel that stretch in your chest level. And what you can just say, it's very effective exercise for the posture. One is overhead reach. Take a deep breath at this time, and you have to raise your arms at an overhead position and just sustain that position for 5 to 10 seconds. And when just coming down, when your arms are just coming down, just exhale and repeat it for 2-3 times. Now, again, the shoulder pinch. Place arms behind your head carefully so that you are not pinching your hand into head. It should be very in a relaxed manner. And while just coming down after this exercise, relax shoulders and squeeze your shoulder blades together while keeping shoulders back and down. That should be relaxed, and you should just repeat it for like 2-3 times at the hold of 5 to 10 seconds. So this is again a good exercise, that is a shoulder shrugging or elevation. You have to sit straight. You have to elevate your shoulders, hold this for 5 to 10 seconds, then bring the shoulders lightly down and repeat it for 5 to 10 minutes. Now you can just understand this is chair rotation stretch, that you are sitting in a chair and you're rotating your body and your feet are flat on the body, on the floor, and you are rotating your body on different kind of like left and right kind of rotation. You are just doing with grabbing of the back of the chair so that your back feels a good stretch, and you have to hold it for 5 to 10 seconds for both of the sides and repeat it for 5 times. And this is like arms behind back stretch. We have to hold the arms, grasp it in a good manner, pull those shoulder blades in the way that you feel a good stretch in your arms. That should be what we can just say. We have to repeat it 5 times and we have to hold it for 5 seconds. And again, foot rotations. If I just talk about that, we are only talking about cervicogenic headache. So we should just think that we should just take every part of body. We should not only consider the cervical and the head. So every body should be in a rest and should be in a right manner, so that we don't feel pain or stressed up. So foot rotations, when you are sitting upright, you should able to slowly rotate in a medial rotation and lateral rotation. That should be done in like 3 times, and that should be like left or right, what you can just say, a medial rotation and a lateral rotation. So this I can just show you with a figure. You might be able to just see the arms are being placed just like with your lumbar, what I can just say, with the waist, and you are just pressing your wrist from the palm region, not from the fingers region. You are just pressing your palm from the top, and again you are just pressing your palm from the below. You are just giving the stretches for your wrist flexors, and that is very good. Then the finger massage, you should gently massage the fingers of each hand, and that massage should go till your nails. And in fact, we should not escape the spaces in between our fingers. That should also be relaxed. And the finger squeezes. So we should just do squeezes in between that we should hold for 3 seconds, and this will help you in having a good relaxed grip. I think you might be knowing about this cow and cat stretch. This is very good. If you can just practice this kind of a stretch. This is a cat and cow stretch. This helps you balancing and strengthening your stretches, spine and neck, which helps in improving your flexibility. This is one more video. I will not talk about it, but you can just see this video. These are like takeaway points for the exercises. So I will just quickly tell you about this thing. I was just thinking to keep a question hour session for this, but yes, definitely I will just keep it as the thing which I can just tell you directly. So in the first figure, we are just picking anything from the floor, right? So we are bending too much. So we should just squat. In the second picture, it's just showing that how we can just squat, we can sit and just take up that uh, anything which is at the floor in this manner. And the second picture shows that how we are sitting when we are talking, right? So we should have a right headset when we are in these kind of jobs, or when we are actually at home also, if we are working in home. So we should just get some Bluetooth headset, good one, so that we are able to manage the task also, and our neck is also not bent much. Coming on to this, the first figure shows that how your elbow is overstretched. So you should just bend it correctly, and the arm should be straight. That is good. But elbows are not bent correctly. So that should have a normal bend. The old lady, which is just sitting in front of the PC, her ergonomics is very bad. Her back is not supported. Her legs are crossed. No footrest is actually there. She is twisting her neck. So that is like the posture has to be worked upon. And the third one is she's just watering the plants, and she's just bending too much. There are 6, 7 plants she has to bend. So she should have a table or a stool which is there from where she can just take that water and she can just pour it in like plants. The last and not the least is like again the comparison, that how we should manage the activity if we are just doing an overhead kind of an activity. So we are just standing on a trolley, right? So that is what I can just say. I will not recommend this kind of picture because this kind of thing which is being used, because it will move here and there if you have to do this kind of an activity for a prolonged manner. We should have a static stool wherein we are not able, our balance don't goes off, our posture is just being on a right manner. So my last slide. So what this like Kat just says is like an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So she says that, oh, I shouldn't have eaten that mouse. So what I can just say is, oh, so maybe I would have avoided that kind of a posture, and we should have opted for a good posture so that we can be in a happy and a less stressed manner. We can just do our task in a great manner, right? So wishing a happy posture to everyone. So this is like end of my presentation, Tanu.